Alrighty, so this song is called Piece of Me. Please enjoy. Push came to shove, you knocked me off of my feet. I got up, I'm fine. Just gotta relearn to walk. You came around and took the breath out of me, but I'm good, alright. Just gotta relearn to talk. My friends have told me you're crazy, but they don't see what I see. And I'm willing to lose it all just as long as you're with me. 'Cause I've lived and learned to love the hurt and make the most of moments in the time I spend alone with you. It's just in the way you move. Oh baby, I'll give you anything. I'll give you anything that you need. Say you're missing some spare parts. Well, you already have my heart, so take a piece of me. Oh, 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 just take a piece of me. You walked right in and walked right out of my life, and I'm reeling still. Just gotta love someone new. I drank your poison and I almost got killed, but I'm A-okay. I just don't know what to do. My family tells me you're wild, but they don't know what I know. And I can give you my arteries if you'll tell me you'll never let go, oh no. 'Cause I've lived and learned to love the hurt and make the most of moments in the time I spend alone with you. It's just in the way you move. Oh baby, I'll give you anything. I'll give you anything that you need. Say you're missing some spare parts. Well, you already stole my heart, so take a piece of me. Oh, 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 yeah. Just take a piece of me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 just take a piece of me. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause I've lived and learned to love the hurt and make the most of moments in the time I spend alone with you. It's just in the way you move. Oh baby, I'll give you anything. I'll give you anything that you want. Say you're missing some spare parts. You already have my heart. Oh, I'll give you anything. I'll give you anything, baby, yeah. Say you're missing some spare parts. Well, you already stole my heart, so take a piece of me. Oh yeah, take a piece of me. Ooh. Take a piece of me, yeah. So, this song is called Santa Clara. It still kind of hurts to sing because, you know, as many songs I write are about girls who do me wrong. But this is on my album From the Desk of Eli Golden. This is the 15th track. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Hope you find what you're missing. You dream of ocean, sunsets, walks on the beach. I like the bustling, my trust in New York City streets. My apartment misses you around, but I'll learn how to cope. I see your breath in the morning, thoughts in the rain. When it gets too cold, I hear you whispering how you're lucky it's me that you found, but you have to go. Heard you're in Santa Clara. Is that where you end up? There won't be bad blood, no bad blood at all. I hope you find what you're missing at home, out here in Santa Clara. Well, I hope you found your way to love, going 3,000 miles alone. I hope you find what you're missing, find what you're missing at home. Tell me your sweet nothings as you slip away. Did the Rockies look gorgeous? Was there haze in LA? You look for beauty in everything, and it was in you too, yeah. And your parents still miss you, no. Even though it's been months, I can't forget you, no. I've tried other ones, but they don't remind me of spring. And no one reminds me of you. So goodbye, Santa Clara. Is that where you end up? There won't be bad blood, no bad blood at all. I hope you find what you're missing at home. So have fun, Santa Clara, while I'm wading through the flood of tears that I shed all alone. I hope you find what you're missing, find what you're missing at oh, 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 oh. Home, home. I hope you'll find it, yeah, yeah. Oh, I hope you'll find what you're missing, girl. Even you're halfway across the world. I hope you find it, yeah. I hope you'll find what you're missing, girl. I'll stay in New York City. The lights are more for me. Walking the streets that we walked on my own. I hope you find what you're missing at home, out here in New York City, holding my bottle of whiskey. Lost in memories of holding you close. I hope you find what you're missing, find what you're missing.
This episode of the Rare Moment Podcast is coming to you sponsored by the Charlotte Podcast Studio. If you are in the Charlotte area, surrounding areas, I don't know what's around. I just moved back here. I don't know. But they're bringing you the best content when it comes to anything podcast related. No matter what you want to talk about, what you want to do, they will get you covered. And if you say Ramon sent you, they might help you out, but that's between me and you, okay? Don't tell nobody. Click the link down below, and the website is right here, charlottepodcast.studio. Come check them out. Yo, welcome back to another episode of A Rare Moment with Ramon Reed. Yeah! Oh, man, I'm feeling good today for the first time. We're filming on a Saturday, and it's something about the air on a Saturday. It's something about how warm it is. Sun's out, toes come out, sundresses come out, good vibes are happening, pina coladas are being made. I feel good. And what makes this Saturday even better is I have one of my best friends. I consider him my brother. I love him so dearly. He's come on the podcast. This has been multiple years in the making. You may know him from 13 the Musical. He played Evan Goldman, was it? Is that was your name on there?
That was my name on there.
He played Evan Goldman, and that was the first movie I played Eddie on. I played Eddie a couple times in some Netflix films. Is it prejudice? Ask them. But he's just released his newest album, his first album,
my first
debut album from the Desk of Eli Golden. Without further ado, we have Eli Golden on the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bro.
Dude.
Bro.
Oh my God.
Here, man.
They don't even know. They don't even know.
They don't even know. Wait, before we even start, can we talk about that performance, man?
Oof.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that performance, that emotion? We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it.
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh.
Skin's glowing.
Skin's glowing. Accutane is killing me, but skin's glowing. I have to say, I don't know. I mean, all the viewers don't even realize the amount of loops and just stuff we both went through together and seen each other through. So I'm so happy to be doing this with you. Yeah. I want to kind of give you your flowers there.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
It's really deeper than you being a guest or deeper than you just coming on the podcast. Like this is rapport history here. You know, like we are real life friends outside of being in front of the camera. Before we get into the album, I actually want to talk about like how our friendship started because when we was this is some real shit here. When we was in Canada, like.
Yeah.
Tell them what you thought.
Okay.
Tell them what you thought.
So I've always loved Ramon. Like Ramon, like I've always been like, oh yeah, that's Ramon. It's Ramon. Like that's Ramon. And over time, it obviously, while I'm somewhat good at social cues, I understood that Ramon wasn't really in love with me all the time, and he didn't like. Pause. Well, but yeah, pause. Wait.
Number one. I wasn't fucking with Eli like that. I'm not even gonna lie.
No,
I was in Canada. I was locked in. I was there to work. I'm like, I'm here. I got to do my job. We're here for 6 months. I don't want to make any friends. I'm doing the work. And then you just kept being you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an abrasive young man.
Yeah. And then what it was I saw you get treated wrong by this young lady over and over again. And I was like,
we are not devoting any more time.
Come on, yes, you came on the pod.
I came on the pod. We're here.
I just didn't like seeing that.
Yeah, no. We both shit where we eat sometimes.
Yeah.
We both did, but I really like. I had diarrhea where I ate.
I had diarrhea. I was open.
It was where I was being treated wrong.
Yeah, that time.
You guys had a cool relationship. I was like, go do that, okay? Yeah. Like, for lack of a better word.
No, yeah.
At the time, listen, we both changed. We made our amends recently. Funny enough,
yes.
And I love that girl. She taught me a lot. No,
in front of the cameras. That's what we're doing. Okay. Holy.
But like, I love her in a friendly way. Let me rephrase, everyone. Holy. I love her in a friendly way, and I always will have respect and appreciation for her because she taught me a lot. However, yes, Ramon did not like me in Canada.
Yeah.
And until last year, maybe?
No, last year was crazy.
No.
Like 2022.
2022, we'd broken up, and me and Ramon started talking a little more.
Yeah, he kept reaching out.
I kept kind of trying to keep a line of communication open with you.
Which I really do appreciate.
And I am happy it did work out the way it did.
Like we wouldn't have this lucrative, substantial friendship, brotherhood that we have now, we do. Man.
I mean,
like look what a little bit of time does.
A little bit of time.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it, because what happened was Ramon just started coming to New York.
Yes, that's what it was.
And he texted me. I was in Spanish class. Remember this so vividly. I was in Spanish class, not doing work, obviously not doing Spanish in Spanish class. And he says, New York next week. And I said, you won't. And he said, I'll be there. Like, I wish I could find the text. That's exactly what he said.
Challenged.
No.
Because it definitely was like NYC next week? Question mark?
And I was like, you're not.
He doesn't know. And then like from there, it just...
And by the way, he came 3 days later.
New York.
He came 3 days later, and we had an incredible time. And we always do when he comes up to New York.
Yeah, and then from there, like, I just started spending time with your family. Yeah. I really appreciate how you guys have adopted me into the fold every time that I come, opening up your space, your arms, everything that you guys have to offer. Like, I love you all, This is real life family, man.
I mean, we know, we love you more, but we're gonna let that go over the head. How about that?
Well, don't do this on the camera. I'm telling you, you won't win.
Okay,
you won't win.
I won't do this in front of the camera, but I'll let you know. In the car, we're gonna have a whole argument over.
Oh
this.
no, for sure, for sure. We're calling you parentals. We're getting to the bottom of this.
I need to know the parentals.
Yeah, we're getting to the bottom of it.
Yeah, we are,
bro. You just dropped a immense body of work.
Yes.
That is your new album, From the Desk of Eli Golden. Tell us about that, and I have hella questions for you.
From the Desk of Eli Golden. Oh my God, I like talking so much. From the Desk of Eli Golden, my first album. I made this and wrote it literally with no more than 2 writers a song.
Yeah.
I think most of the songs I wrote by myself at my desk, hence the name. Mm-hmm. And I did the first song for it, I believe October of 2022, and I finished with you being in the studio.
You did.
On February 18th of 2025.
2025.
So this is a body of work.
No, it is.
It originally was an EP. Mm-hmm. I remember telling you about this. An EP. Oh, it's gonna be 5 songs. Mm-hmm. And it kind of became it's 7 songs EP. That's getting a little bit. And then I had a moment where I wrote a bunch.
Yeah.
And then we had I was like, okay, I guess it's an album. And then I kept writing, and then I kind of ended up with this.
And it's for real, like an album.
For real.
And that's not easy to do.
No.
You know? Like no matter if you're just living through it and focusing on what's in front of you and just like, oh, this is coming my way, but you still have to experience things while you're creating this art.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, people aren't going to feel the authenticity in the melodies and the music. It's not going to be there.
Authenticity tracks. Absolutely. You know? We were having this conversation. Not even when you were here. Mm-hmm. He came. By the way, and I'm going to shout you out. He performed at my show that I put on the 30th of March, and he killed it. He is on a song called Wildfire. We should also go over that, but he kills it and killed it.
Thank you, bro.
In this show. But we were having a conversation about the authenticity and how important that is.
Yeah.
But what also is cool about this album that you're talking about is not only is the body of work so long and it has a vast thing, you literally get to hear me become a better writer.
Literally. I mean, not even, we just get to hear you mature, you know? I think outside of just being better and refining your skills as an artist and a writer, it's just you living life, experiencing more things, going through high school shit, you know?
Going through life, going through teenage shit.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
Everyone does.
Everyone does.
I want to talk about the hardest part of this album for you.
Oof, the hardest part of this
album. What was it? What was the moment where you was like, we might not get this shit done?
We might not get this shit done. I remember, I would say it was when we first started really becoming close. I became very lonely because while I
remember.
Yes, I'm 17 years old and I still go to high school. I go to public high school and I have friends there. A lot of it for me is everyone loves these sports things and my school is very sport oriented. And I'm like, I would love to talk about.
I got the guitar.
Yeah, I got a guitar, and I'd love to talk about how Frank Ocean used this production thing to extend his argument of why he is sad and lonely. That's what I like talking about. Yeah. And having to deal with that at school all the time is speaking a second language. I was talking about this with you the other day. Yeah. And around that time, I was still talking with you and you weren't, when you were there, I was like, wow, this is what I need in my life. Somebody who I can talk to and not speak, my second language to.
Yeah. Be once again, authenticity. Be authentically you.
And it's really hard to do that, especially at my age, because I'm self-conscious. What can I do about that?
Exactly.
But that time when I was calling you and I was like, Ramon, I'm having a little bit of trouble. I couldn't write, and I got to say, writing songs brings me a lot of happiness. So when I wasn't able to write songs,
I'm just like, yeah, it'll pass. I'm paying bills right now, man. I'll call you back.
You're like, man, my car got towed 4 times.
Dead ass. I'm like, oh, you're lonely, huh? Okay.
Womp womp, buddy.
No. But no, for real, I think that's a vital part for this album as well. That moment. I don't think, or you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you get some of the songs that you get without going through that.
No, you do not.
And it really is hard. I understand the difficulty of being in school and being different, and people, and there already being a framework that people love to fall into.
Oh my God. Especially for some reason, everyone at my school cares about what everyone else does.
Yeah.
So think about me trying to make an album and be vulnerable and
like,
shit.
hey, you're right.
And they're like, damn, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm out here really trying and none of you do anything except smoke in your dad's basement. Like, for lack of a better word, I really hate to be abrasive about it, but these kids do nothing. There's like 8 kids in my school who do something.
Jesus, you better be under fire when you go back
really
home.
hope so. I hope everyone in my school watches this. I hate you.
They're going to come out with the lacrosse sticks. What the fuck did you say? They're coming out with the lacrosse. What? It's just hockey sticks and lacrosse sticks everywhere.
Their lacrosse sticks on fire.
On fire is great.
They're gonna start like torching the school.
On fire is nuts.
I'm so serious. They're badminton.
It's like pickleball paddles, huh?
We play that in gym, bro. That shit up. We play that shit in gym.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Oh, that is so funny.
Yeah. But that's why in that time. What the fuck? No. God. No, I can see him now.
I totally see it.
It's a whole. What the fuck did you? But
we have to get back to it. We gotta lock in. Okay.
But that's why in that time, why I always encourage you to like dwell, or I won't say dwell. That's a bad word. But like really be present in that loneliness, because like that does pass.
Yes.
And I mean we've even had conversations about thoughts of self-harm.
Absolutely.
And like how I reinforce and encourage you that that's not even the way, to go. Like what you're experiencing now is truly beneficial really to help someone else. And I think a lot of times people think that what they're going through is just for them. Like, yes, it's for your learning, but it's also for you to teach somebody, the younger generation, or just somebody who may not be as advanced, in their emotional journey with knowing themselves. Let's talk about Santa Clara, man. We got to go there already. We're not gonna
hide behind this anymore.
We're gonna talk about it. Man.
I gotta say,
go ahead.
I don't even know where to start.
Okay.
But I need your little bit of help, because I feel like the story behind you telling me. I'll go into that right now. How about that? We'll do that. So Ramon, I have this song Santa Clara.
Yes.
Santa Clara is about somebody who really hurt me. I'm not gonna hide behind that. She hurt me.
Let's wear it.
For what it was. And even though it was like a Romeo and Juliet type thing, like I really can't even make that shit up as much as I'd want to. Like it was 3 days and then just leaves you, and that it hurts, and that hurt. And I wrote, I think, one of my people's favorite songs, but one of the songs I really have trouble listening to. There's a few songs on, like, there's one song that I cut from the album that like I literally cannot listen to, because I'm just like, ooh.
What song is that?
I'll show it to you, but I'm gonna. It's called "The Hateful Captain," and it's about killing yourself. So I mean, of just feeling, lost. But with that, Santa Clara came out of a time where I was so incredibly hurt by someone. I had trouble. It's also it's like a fucking name drop. We should not leave that out. But
it's not.
It's not, but it is. But it's not, but it is.
It's not.
It's not, but it is. We'll get to it. But I made it. I mastered it, and I took it home. And my sister, I have a sister, Lila. Hi,
Lila Bear.
Lila Bear. I showed it to her. She was like, she never really likes my music for some reason, but she always like sings it like I hear singing in the room. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? She's like, oh, it's good, and I'm like.
Yeah, openly.
I just spent like 4 hours on that.
Yeah.
But she's playing it to her friends, and her friends start liking it, and I play it to my friends, and my friends start liking it, and then I send it to Ramon.
Yeah.
And Ramon's like,
the golden ears.
The golden ears. This guy. And he's like, I love the first part of it, and then I hate the rest of it.
No, I did not say. Shit, I did.
You did.
I definitely said that. That was abrasive.
But it was, I understood what you meant.
It had to grow on me because I felt what you felt in that first part, and I understand like for the politics.
Absolutely,
of the song, like, oh, okay, let's build it here. Let's put some dynamics here. But I was like, this is the song. The way you started and the way you ended is the song. What you put in the middle is what you are supposed to put, quote unquote. But the beginning and the end is what you were feeling
there. Yeah.
And that's why I was so gung ho about you keeping it, really performing it low key the way you did on the show.
Yeah,
like
the way it
that's
is.
the way, like that is the emotion. That is what you were going through.
Yeah, I really was.
Yeah,
and Ramon happened to be here at a time, and we were finalizing the album. It was when I finished it in February.
Yes,
and we were my mom, who was also a very big part of the album, because she is a songwriter herself. A lot of the songs went
shout
through her
out to
before
Mama
it went.
Jen.
Yes, we got to give a shout out to her.
For real.
I mean, she makes that shit run. She's the gasoline to the engine, I would literally say.
Truly.
But I'm sitting with you. I'm sitting with Mom, and you're like, you'd be a fool.
Yeah.
He was like,
I'm almost on the verge of yelling
choking
at
me.
you.
Yeah,
Choking you out.
Me. Yeah,
RKO, Randy Orton. Like
John Cena, right over the shoulder, like literally.
Because it was that good.
It
is that good.
And I know it's a good song, but I have to say, this was the first time where I was like, I know this is a great song. I know this is a great song, but I have so much trouble like enjoying it because it hurts.
Talk about. Is it just it hurting though? Like talk about the difficulties of releasing it.
Yeah, it was the authenticity of it. It was the idea that not only what other people would think. I think that was the big jump to get over, of what other people would think. Oh my God, he wrote a song about da 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 da. That's so, because like I said earlier, my school just cannot fucking mind their own business. Yeah, but
you're also writing songs.
I am writing songs about. I mean, what can I do?
It's a double-edged sword.
It's absolutely a double-edged sword.
But that's okay.
Yeah,
I think.
I feel like go to what you said to me, because I feel like you said it best. Like for Santa Clara.
For Santa Clara.
Yeah, when you were like, dude, it's so authentic, and you were going on that whole thing.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that who these people are that you're around right now. They will not be the same in the next 5 years, you know? So although your friends are cool, I vibe with them, their opinion does not matter, especially when you have proven to achieve these great things, man. Like you've been a lead in a Netflix film, you know, before the age of you were 13.
I was 13
when you filmed it. That's insane, you know. So it's like you're doing something that's outside of the norm. Although that, like, yes, people from the outside looking in, people will be like, oh, you know, the life is great. I mean, stays in a great area, great school, and everything. But still, there's challenges that comes with everyone's life. And I'm like, although they're falling into this framework, although this is what they're doing, you're doing something so different. And because you're doing something so different, it makes it so special, you know? And really, she'll look back on it years from now and be like, dang, I got a song about me. Like when you're selling by Eli Golden, you're selling out fucking arenas and whatnot. And it's like, he wrote a song about me. So it's really, we get so caught up in the now and we don't see like what's coming in the future, man. Like you're on a trajectory of greatness, like period. Like if you continue to do what you do and experience, you know, life and use those experiences to implement into your art, there's no question about it that you won't achieve greatness. Like you're going there. So like, who gives a damn what they think is how I felt. Yeah. Like I don't get, they carrying lacrosse sticks, you know? We don't care about that.
No, why do we care?
You know? And that's just how I felt about it, because I knew and I still know and still believe that it's good. It's great. Like that's authenticity always wins. And I said this in a past episode, like every single time, if you're being honest, somebody's going to identify with it. And that's why we create this shit. We don't make this to sound good. No. We make this to affect people, to affect change. And if we're doing that correctly, that means we're telling the truth. It's the same thing with acting. You know, if you're telling the truth, you're affecting people, you know?
And that story part of it as well. I think I want to like ask you about this. I'm gonna flip. Whoa, we're flipping it, guys.
Let's flip it.
For a story like Said Santa Clara, or for like last night we were listening to a great song by Kim Burrell. Or she was singing on it. What was that song?
Yes, that's Kim Burrell. It's Love by Music Soul Child, but Kim Burrell covered it. Greatest voice alive. Hold up. I want you to come in my DMs and say that Kim Burrell is not the greatest voice alive, and I promise you won't make it out of there. I'm telling you right now. I dare you to disagree with me. Virtual drop kick coming in hot. Anyway, go ahead.
Drop kick.
Yes.
Virtual KO
Yes,
on the
yes,
way.
yes.
But I leaned over to him after, like, we were in the car, and I was like, I believed every word she just said. I believed every single last is the and the, like,
all of that.
Everything.
Yeah.
And I would listen to that song 100 million times, and I'd find new little da-da-da-da things in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's greatness. Mm-hmm. For you.
That's truth.
It's truth.
Yes.
It's
truth is multifaceted, you know?
For a story like that, when you're telling a story, what do you find most important when it comes to, like, is it that isn't authenticity? Sorry. After the authenticity part of it.
When I'm after the authenticity, like if we're talking about attacking a character or like going into, you know, just anything, it's knowing what I want to do. And if I don't know yet, finding out, like allowing myself to like see like, oh, okay, this is the piece that I need. And then this is the next piece that I need, you know? Because if I don't know, well, then they're not going to know. You know, like it just, I just recorded this thing, but I don't know what it is. And then there is instances where it blows up, but it won't have longevity because you didn't have direction. It's a flash in the pan, dude. You know, like, you need direction for longevity. You know, so like even how you curated this album, like you had direction. Although you didn't know everything when you first started writing the songs, you found out along the way.
And when it kind of came all together, it was like,
yes,
of course.
And it's going to exist. Like some people have albums, other people have bodies of work. Yeah. This is a body of work. It's a story. It's a journey, you know? So this will exist until the end of time, quite
Timeless
frankly.
Stuff,
because you told a story, you know?
People love storytelling.
Let's talk about the songwriting. I know you are a songwriter at heart. Before being a performer, in like performing these songs, it's like you love writing them. You know, you love the similes, the double entendres, like all the logistical stuff. Talk to me about how you found your love for songwriting.
I have to say, it's almost like an addiction for me, like a drug addiction. You know, and I hate to use that extreme part of it.
Well, you did,
but I did, and I mean it.
Okay, yeah, I know.
I genuinely do. Like
you know when people mean an addiction.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. You pull out the weed. Hold on.
Whoa.
Huh?
Is that OG Kush?
I mean, I'm just telling you. Head start
purple
quick.
skunk. Those terpenes are nice.
Yeah, we call this cat piss. That's all right.
Okay, thank you.
That's all right.
Is that pink Bubba Dump Gump?
No, not for me. But yeah, it's like an addiction.
It's like an addiction, and I found when I got home from Canada after filming 13 with you, I taught myself piano, and I started getting bored of songs. I started being like, I can play this, I can sing it. Why don't I write my own? And my mom had been a songwriter, and I showed her a few songs I'd done earlier. Like, I mean, just stuff that she was like, let's write a song. And, you know, stuff happened where we recorded it and whatever. Yeah. But I started like just writing. And I could tell you, I look back at my notes here and there, and I'm like, wow. But I began to like, it was almost like, you know, like a hit of dopamine, all this stuff of like, whenever I wrote a song, like literally the night before I came to you. And I showed it to my mom. And when I start smiling to it, I know it's a good song. I know immediately. I'm like, and it just, but also that smile, like, it's like literally the same feeling of like what I would feel like a drug addict, like just taking a hit of their nicotine, taking, you know, their smoke.
That dopamine.
It's, And I pine for that, but at the same time, it's the idea, I find songs to be almost puzzles. Like, you know, you find the outer edges and stuff like that.
You got to like, let's start here.
Let's get it out.
Let's build the full picture.
Because if you think about it, pop songs are, well, it's sometimes I feel like harder than rocket science here and there. And I mean that when I say that.
Really?
Like, it's so hard to like make someone be like,
on like the production side?
Production side and the writing side.
You think?
It's so hard sometimes to
write a pop song?
To write a pop song. I can promise you, I mean, and I got that quote from Johnny McDade, who's written with Ed Sheeran and everyone ever. It's so hard to write a good pop song. Because you can write a pop song. You can take 4 chords and you can repeat them forever and ever.
But what classifies a good pop song, though?
What classifies a good? It's subjective.
Exactly.
And that's why something that is widely like accepted, like say A Shape of You, which, you know, Johnny McDade, this guy who said it, wrote. That's the second biggest song on Spotify.
It is.
And that gets played every day.
But
millions of times.
I would say it's in terms of writing, it's quite simple.
It's a simple song.
Exactly.
But
What
at the
is he
same
talking
time,
about?
was getting up to maybe the rocket science is a little bit
what the
out
hell?
there, but I just have to say it's a different type of rocket science.
Yeah, and I can't completely invalidate what he's saying because I've never written a pop song, but in my mind, I don't think it's that difficult. You know,
I'd love for Ramon to write a pop song.
I would,
and
I would.
he's just like, oh my god.
But I have to have someone in mind to write it for. You know,
Yeah.
because I don't sing pop. I can't even hear pop in my head. It's straight. It's straight
neo soul.
Sammy Davis Jr. No, no, but
Ears are sensitive.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say if you think about with a pop song, if you're repeating the pre-chorus and the chorus, you need 2 verses and a bridge. So as if you have verse, pre-chorus, chorus, that's literally basically half of the song done. Because you
there's
just
a
repeat the same
framework.
shit. And I found on this album with the writing of it, a lot of the songs didn't show that until, because I wrote most of these songs in 25 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
Straight up. Like it was just like a stream of like blah of word vomit. And while a lot of the songs are pop songs, like I mean there's songs like King Size Ego.
Yeah.
Where it's a pre and a chorus and a pre and a chorus, but it tells a story.
Yeah, when you already know how I feel when you get that. You gotta be so me.
And that
It's
was
something, and you only do it once.
I do it
I
one
was
time.
angry. Like the fact that you only did that once, and that's like it's something
it
about
all.
the emotion that always grabs me. You know.
And there's certain songs like I'm trying to think. Other songs they don't follow necessarily like the rules of songwriting. Tango.
Or even the song you wrote about the in the airport.
Yes.
Yes, I'm forgetting what it's called.
Home to You.
Home to
That's
You.
actually pretty poppy. That's verse chorus, but at the same time,
Is it?
I'm telling a story throughout. It's verse. No, I don't use any chorus. You're right.
Yeah.
If I could fly, go straight.
Yeah,
into it.
it's just the counting
Sometimes
down, but it
proofs are not needed.
works.
Yeah, I think there's so many different ways, and that's what I love about songwriting. It's a style. It's like, oh, what you want to do here is right.
Yeah,
Like there's no wrong way to do it. So
it's no wrong way to do it. Absolutely.
I think that's lovely.
Let's talk about the ingenuity that comes into play when you are crafting these songs, because I know there's a song where you literally used a lava lamp as a part of the music. How did you get that idea? How did you arrive there to be like, oh, lava lamp, let's tap this?
I hate to like I'm not very religious, but I believe sometimes a higher power speaks through you.
Yes. The Lord,
The Lord.
the Lord speaks,
And
lift your hands. Right. Hold up. It grabbed me. Did y'all feel that? It grabbed me.
whoa.
It grabbed me. Hold up.
Stay on the ground.
Woo.
Yeah, woo.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. We're back from a slight break. But literally,
Yeah.
there's some moments where like I'll be in the studio and we'll be looking for that little like that piece of the keystone that needs to go right in that makes the song a song. And I swear to God or whatever
And
comes
just like that.
straight is like you should do this.
Yeah. Because you were really involved in not only the writing, but the
Production.
right.
I produced this album with Matt Anthony.
You did.
Thank you, Matt
did.
Anthony.
Shout him out.
Shout out Matt Anthony, incredible producer,
A beast.
a beast out there,
A beast.
and he produced of the 16 tracks, 15 of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love Matt, and there's moments where like with Santa Clara, going back to that, those harmonies in that chorus and that bridge right there, I literally said, I do this thing where I weirdly do this thing. I get in the booth. I'm like, give me 2 tracks. I'm gonna do the same thing 2 times, mute it, and then I'm gonna go because I can't listen to the same things.
Yeah.
And I'll mess myself up. That's how it was. It came out that way, and I sat down. He was like, "What the?"
Wow.
And when I, Matt. I mean, he hears so much music.
He does. He's got it. It's within him.
Yeah, and he was like, I love this song so much because of that.
Yeah.
I don't know where it comes from.
So when you're even writing these songs, how of course it's experience that fuels that fuels the idea
Absolutely.
behind the song. But when it comes to the specific words you're saying, how do they come to you? Do you just wait? Do you let them come to you, or do you go out and try to find them within yourself?
Such a great question. I feel like for me, my mom, Mama Jen, always says there's songwriting is very breathing in, breathing out.
Yeah.
You cannot breathe out if you have nothing left in you. And there's moments that's just life. But then you experience, and that breathing in then can expel whatever it is. It's a creative thing.
Yeah.
And I'd say with that, yes. Like I do find myself kind of like moments where I push it, and when I'm like, I have to write a song like this, and if I'm not writing it for someone else, and I'm trying to write it like, make something that's kind of cool and a conceptual thing, because I have lines every day. Like I'm thinking of melodies.
You call me with lines, and I'm like, or like,
but sometimes you're like, whoa,
hey, no,
and when I find those lines and I push it, it doesn't work. But then like I'll sit down before I have to leave 20 minutes later, and I'll write a chorus that I'm like, that I have to back away from. Like, whoa.
That's when you know you did something. Like,
when songs show you their teeth, they show you teeth.
Wait a second. Let's take a break.
Like Santa Clara, King Sized Ego, Wildfire, they show
You say
teeth.
you were in the booth crying with Santa Clara.
I was.
Yeah.
Because it was very recent of the time.
Yeah, literally
and I was
crying on the
really,
mic.
really, really unhappy.
Yeah.
And there was and I had to stop a few takes. But that's kind of the thing of like when they show teeth, when songs show teeth, that's how I know I didn't push it. That's how I know what I did. And the creative process of what it was exactly where it needs to be.
Man, I want to talk about your substantial goal. Like we always have what I'll call aesthetic goals of like I want to be in the arenas, I want to sell the tickets, I want to do this and that, I want to be on the carpets. But when it comes to what you really desire to be truly fulfilled in the art that you're doing, what is that goal? What is that place? What does that look like for you?
Well, I do believe everyone desires to be the best. And I feel like that I'm no different. I do pine for the best, and I will work for that for as long as I am alive. But what I really want, I believe, songwriting and being able to be an actor. Like we were watching, what was that show we were watching last night?
Raising Canaan.
Raising Canaan.
Yeah.
Joey Badass, I'd say one of my favorite New York lyricists to do it. I mean, his albums, I love his music. I love his feeling, and he's also an incredible actor. So I want to be able to kind of, Donald Glover that shit of like, let's make Awaken My Love, but then go do The Martian.
Yeah, but it works.
But it works. Yeah. And every single time I'm like, he was the perfect guy for that role.
Yeah. So diversity is what you yearn for.
Diversity. And
diversity. Yeah.
I mean, I want to be the best, but at the same time, I also want, I want diverse. I want to be able to go out and do whatever I so please.
Yeah.
Because I'm just a creative person like that. That's where my brain, whatever my brain is itching for, I go do it.
Moving forward, man, you've released this. People are hearing it. They're streaming it. What is the next step? Another one?
DJ Khaled, another one.
Like another album straight off the rip, or you're giving us some singles.
I'm gonna give you some singles.
Okay.
I'll give it. I think I might do a little bit of a deluxe of certain songs that didn't make it that I might want to rework. Yeah. I might want to put on just because of it. But another one, and I already know the name to it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
I will. That I'm gonna have to keep. I can tell everyone else here if they care, but I can tell
but
you.
Not on camera. They don't have to know.
The camera. I hate to say. They will not know until it
comes out. They'll know when they need to.
They'll know when they need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a fantastic support system.
I do. I really do.
You have people who truly do believe in you and invest in you. And there is somebody watching this right now who is creative, who is trailblazing, but they don't have the people around them to realize that and tell them what they're doing. So I want you to speak to that person who has what it takes, but doesn't have the village they need, What do you tell them? How do you encourage them?
Well, I can tell you that no matter what you do, you have to just genuinely work hard. I really hate when people get up and get their Oscars and their Grammys and like, oh, I want to thank this, I want to thank that. You know how much damn work of like 80 different people that took for you to just get that award, say thank you to your fucking publicist and your team, and then get off the stage and take it home and put it up on your mantle? That's so much fucking hard work. And I believe they're selling dreams of you can do anything you want to. No, you have to fucking work.
Yes.
And I still work with my support system immensely hard. I love working. I find joy in it.
You can't do anything you want to.
I'm
gonna tell you that right now.
You can't.
You cannot do anything
if you
want.
Don't put in the fucking
It needs time and attention. If you give it attention, you give it execution and follow through, then you can do anything you want.
And you shape it and you work on it.
I want to be 6'8". Can I do that?
No.
Am I working at that? No. You're not about to see me come in here with no 3-foot shins. We're not doing it.
Giraffe.
Yeah, I love that. Something's wrong with them. Yeah.
Oh.
But if you give it time, attention, and execution, you really can achieve anything you want. Yeah.
And even if you're not the greatest at it, you will still be in a conversation. Because think about it.
Yes.
If you start today, you've never played baseball before.
Yeah.
Let's use this example. You've never played baseball before. You go today, you go to the field, you go with coaches and yada, yada, yada and everything, and they're teaching you all this stuff, and you're doing this stuff, and you're conditioning yourself. In 3 months, you'll be a good player.
Yeah.
But the person who's out there all day with no coaches and learning how to do it and figuring out the ways that they work for 6 months, 8 months, who's going to be the better player?
The person who's working every day.
The person who's working every day.
I'm trying to tell you.
So I believe that for the person, if you're listening, do not feel hindered. Do not feel like, oh, I can't do this. Because a lot of times where I felt like I couldn't do it. And there's a lot of times where everyone feels like, I can't do this. Do it. But then do it with the intention and do it with feeling. Do it with emotion. There's a lot of people I know, and I'm not going to name drop. There's a lot of people I know who I'm close with who I'm like, you make fucking music.
Yeah.
You don't make music.
Yeah.
You don't make art.
Yeah.
You make music. Great.
You just make music. It's
Tell
a good
me your
song.
fucking 4 chords and leave.
Yeah.
You can write all the want.
I think it's also about shifting the perspective as well. Because I think a lot of times we go into something with a preconceived notion of like, this is going to be difficult, you know? And if you attack something with being like, I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to try it. I think you allow yourself to be much more open to whatever it is to come, you know? Yeah. It's like, if you come in with like, this is going to be difficult, well, it's absolutely going to be difficult. You already believe that.
You already know that?
Yeah.
Let's work.
But if we come in with no expectations of it being difficult or easy, it just might be a breeze.
Yeah, it might be a breeze.
Yeah.
And also it might not be, and that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah, I love that. The idea of that, of like someone who doesn't have support. I'm so lucky. I gotta say, I'm blessed every day that the people who are around me are around me. And I have parents who appreciate what I do, and parents who love what I do, and parents at all. Yeah. There's a lot of people who
really believe in it
nothing.
As well. Yeah.
And there's so much, and I'll tell you, you're probably better than me in every way possible. But if you show that through work, and you show that, there's a lot of people Doechii, I love bringing her up.
Yes.
5 years ago, she was like, example. I quit my fucking job and I'm going to music.
Right. And people are always like, oh my God, she came out of nowhere. No, she didn't.
And I know damn well she hasn't slept a single night without being tired as a dog since then.
Yeah, but that's work.
Because she fucking worked.
That's work.
And I respect you 100% more than, and I gotta say, there's a lot of Nepo babies out there right now.
It is.
But like Gracie Abrams, she worked. She's been working.
I don't know who that is.
You won't. You will. She's a huge artist, right? A folk poppy kind of girl. She opened for Taylor Swift, on her Eras tour.
That's huge.
And she not only is J.J. Abrams' daughter, but she's an incredible songwriter. And she writes all of her songs. And I got a lot of respect for her.
Yeah, but I have no problem with nepotism. Quite frankly, I'm going to utilize it to the max. Absolutely. I think there is an issue when those who don't deserve that spot or that space, take up space for others who are working and
Like
who
Northwest.
are. Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna.
Holy shit. Eli.
I hated seeing that. I'll be honest. Sorry, we're wow.
Jesus Christ. Kanye. Yay. What
What are we fucking doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
he's a topic.
No,
he's a
he's
topic
not.
in itself.
No, he's not a
No, he's
topic.
not
on
anymore.
This podcast.
Not on this podcast.
No, the hell, he's not a topic on this podcast. We love you, North, and yay.
Thank you, Beyonce. I don't know.
Right,
what else to
constantly
say.
praying for y'all.
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
I'm not sure if any praying can help at this point. But
Prayer changes a multitude of things.
there's many nepotism results, but
Yeah.
I love seeing people who actually have real talent.
Yeah.
And they work hard.
As we wrap up, bro, I love just to speak life into the people I'm talking to. And I want to tell you how immensely proud I am of you for dropping your first album.
Thank you.
16 tracks, all in all. At 17, bro, that's huge. A lot of people, most people, I would say there's not even 1% of people who can say they've done that. And the fact that you did, you followed through, you wrote the things, you recorded the things, you experienced the things, and then like put it all into a ball of greatness. I think it's beautiful. And you've started what is going to be a long and lucrative career. So I want to make sure that you never stop, man, because what you're doing is great. And everybody's not going to like it, but you don't need everybody to like it to be great.
Do not need anyone to like it. Yeah.
Greatness is great without anyone.
People think
watching.
Playboi Carti is great.
Listen to me though. Greatness is great without anyone watching.
Ooh.
You're great without anyone watching you. Okay. So all it takes is for the people to see it and be like, yeah, this is the guy.
It's pretty great.
You know? Thank you for coming on the pod, my
Lovely.
brother.
Oh my God.
Anything you want to leave us with? Tell them where they can follow you. Tell them
everywhere.
where to stream the damn album.
Where to stream it? Everywhere you get your music, it's there. You should go stream it from the Desk of Eli Golden. I was going to go on my whole Playboi Carti rant. Thankfully, you stopped me before I went there.
We don't need to.
We didn't have to do that.
Don't need to.
But yeah, from Desk of Eli Golden Official on all platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube. I have a video I did out that I edited as well. Like I edited and filmed myself, and yeah. Thank you so much for having me. Obviously, I'm so lucky to be on this podcast. I love your agenda here, and I feel like what you're doing is different, which is
and we're still discovering it.
And we're still discovering, and I
it.
cannot wait for it to find its like.
Oh, when we find the groove, it's,
oh Lord,
it's
my God,
it's gonna be like sex.
Ooh.
You know, it's
okay.
It's going. Maybe, but that's a lot.
It's gonna be like
it's going. Okay, I just saw shaking heads back there. Maybe that's abrasive. It's gonna be like a fat man eating ice cream. It's gonna be like, you see that butter biscuits? It's gonna be like that guy, you know. R.I.P. to him. Yeah, but it's gonna be like him however he felt when he saw those butter biscuits. That's exactly what it's gonna be like. Oh, butter biscuits! Like, all right, let's get off of this. Hey, y'all, thank you so much for watching.
Butter biscuits is crazy.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, rate, and share, and we'll absolutely see you on the next.
Don't come at me with your lacrosse sticks, please.
Hey.